back to Sorare Sunday, and we are looking at the week from the 8th of September to the 14th of September. And let's see how we did this week. Okay, so this week was the final week of internationals, and it was a tough one for us. We got some all right scores with players, but overall, we also got some poor scores with players as well. And we ended up getting just 100 limited essence, or 102, should I say, with this team. Darko Churbanov, I think is how you say it, getting a goal. He was a Burnley player. I think he now plays in the Turkish leagues. And Mamadashvili getting a clean sheet. So two pretty good scores there, which did a lot of the heavy lifting for the rest of the team. We got some other good scores, like with Pickford getting a clean sheet, Neto getting an assist, and Szoboszlai getting an assist as well. But Kroper's getting a goal. Matty Cash was on fire this international week, by the way. He got 2 goals in 2 games. For a defender, that's not bad. So he's looking good for Poland at the moment. But yeah, it was a bit of a disappointing weekend. It's always going to be that way with the internationals. I actually have managed to put together 4 teams of people who played, so I was quite happy with that. But it was never going to beat like the top dons. And then we are still waiting for the rewards from the midweek, but we did way better in midweek. We got 800, if that doesn't change with all the score changes. With this team getting 500, Pickford again getting a clean sheet. Moller Wolf getting an assist in that 11-1 destruction by Norway. It's a bit insane, isn't it? Aya, I think is how you say it. Aya, getting a 79 in that game as well, even though they didn't keep a clean sheet. It's pretty good. And Higashi getting a 77. Elliot Anderson getting a 52. He might be England's new solution to their midfield problem. So very exciting look for the New England. With this game getting a 5-0, you've got a little bit of hope now in this team, don't you? So yeah, we did all right and got 500 here. We got 100 and 100 in these two and 100 in this one. So we got rewards from all of our teams. Kobe just seemed to be struggling, man. Vissel Kobe. Like, they can keep a clean sheet, don't get me wrong, and their defence plays well, but they just have nothing going forward. They used to be quite a good team, from what I remember, but just struggling to get anything happening this season. And this team, I'm amazed we got 100 essence. Like, there must have been some really bad people in that 10,000, or like just lineups of nobodies, like people who weren't playing, sort of thing. Sander Berg getting the only good score in this team, getting a 9 for Milenkovic getting sent off. I mean, it's amazing that we got something there, to be honest. Sander did not play from Williamson. And this one, we did a lot better. Jean-Jacques getting a assist and a 71. Kelvin Bassey getting is that assist? Yeah. And a 60 for Nigeria. And yeah, I mean, Faranis getting a 55 for, I can never remember how. Curacao, I think is how you say it. So yeah, overall, not a bad week for what is quite a small amount of teams that are playing, like international, small amount of cards that I'm able to play. No specific leagues that we're able to play in. But this weekend, we have, I think it's 40 lineups, maybe just under, ready to go. I got some shiny cards. So the Continental I was able to fill out. Leo, if you want to see me revealing the cards, I did do a video which I released on Wednesday, which is on my channel. And I just go through revealing them. And we had an alright hit rate for shinies, to be honest. Ito, Kukubo, they're 2 really good cards to get as shinies because I think they're going to perform well. Martin Boyle, if he has a good game, has the potential to score a lot of goals. The non-shiny we used was Airedale because he wasn't being used in our current Hibs stack, so I thought might as well. Now, I'm not sure how the championship works. This is like a monthly competition, so I've used Ipswich, my Ipswich stack-ish, We've got Akpom, who's hopefully coming in and going to be scoring loads of goals. Matsuisa and Jens Koste are the midfield rocks. And then Daroshay being fantastic for Ireland, come back in, hopefully be a rock for Ipswich. And then Alex Palmer seems to be a very decent goalkeeper. He's just had a bit of misfortune over the first few weeks, so hopefully this team will do well. But I have no idea how this championship works really, so we're gonna have to just wait and see. I don't know what this means, this percentage. If anyone can explain the championship, that'd be great. Oh, you win like tickets to games and signed jerseys and stuff. Okay, so we'll see how that goes. And then we've also managed to put together a far less convincing Big Four. For some reason, one of the cards isn't. There you go. We've got a couple, 3 Ligue 1 players, all for the same team, Le Havre. They're playing Strasbourg, I think, so don't know how that will go. Mason Mount, I think, got injured, so I'm not sure if he's even going to play. And Andre Ratiu, I think, probably won't play because he's just back from international. But I chucked him on. I hope that they would be able to do something in this, because only 1,400. I'm not sure where it goes. We're guaranteed 100 essence, even if no one plays, because there's not enough people in it to. So that's a pretty decent. And then we've got all of like the Prem League and all of that. We've managed to put together a Bundesliga and a Liga team. I've just noticed that Ndai had a 40% rather than an 80%, which he had when I'd finished putting the team in. So that's a little bit annoying. Oh, I think these are for hot. No, that's for hot streaks. I have no idea what this is for. Hopefully, we'll figure it out later on. So that's how we did this week. We're now going to go on to our player to watch. And keeping in the same theme of contender players to keep an eye on, maybe bring in. This one is a really solid choice if you look at the scores. Kim Kang-san is a defender for Sangju Sangmu, I think is how you say it, in the K-League. Now, as you can see, he is getting mainly green scores, and he's an A-choice starter player and he's a defender. Only 26 years old, and is, if you look at pricing for an in-season limited, the special edition, those ones with like the lions, the tigers on even. I think it's tigers. Yeah, look incredible, don't they? If you can grab one of them just for the aesthetic, you can. I mean, none of them are available for sale at the moment, but definitely go for it. But it's like £4, £5 for a really solid defender who will do well. But if you want a non-in-season, play him as classic, it's as cheap as 85p for a card. So he's affordable. K-League runs in a different kind of calendar, so it's from January to December, sort of. I don't really know the full dates and everything, but it's around about that. So you won't have long with this card to use, but I reckon you could get fairly good scores with him. And you could use him for the next season because he's 26. He's definitely going to be playing regularly from now on, I would feel. The only problem is as well with K-League, it's quite hard to tell when they're going to be doing like rotations and things. I find it hard from the UK to get kind of information about team like injuries and people being dropped and stuff. So that might be something to consider if you're not sure if this is the card you want to get. But yeah, that's my shout for a player to watch this week, and I think he's a fairly decent one. And we're now going to go and have a look at crafting some cards. All right, so last time we did a blind craft because they were just standard crafts without using clues, and it was terrifying. So I didn't enjoy it, but I think it's the best way to go. The advice is to do it that way, so you can save your essence for when you need a craft, because they cost more. Clues cost more when it's a more like higher level craft. So we've got 5k, so we're going to do 2 crafts, spend 2k on crafts. If they're standard, we're just going to do a random guess, and if they are special crafts, we're going to do at least a league clue, I guess. But yeah, we are waiting on the rewards from midweek, which is around about 800 essence. So that's nearly enough for a whole other craft. So we are slow. We replenish about the same that we spend ish. So we should be able to keep going with crafts for the next few weeks at least. So we're going to do our first craft. Okay, it's a standard. So we're not going to do a clue. We're just going to pick. Bottom left has been very kind to me recently. And I feel like I want to go bottom left again. So we're going to go bottom left like it was a penalty. Smash it into bottom left corner. Keeper won't be able to reach it, right? If we're Maguire, we'd be going top bins, but we're not that brave. We're not slabhead, are we? So we're going to go bottom left. And I have no idea who he is. Let's see. Star rating. Oof. Oof. Oh, well, I've got Cooper's already. So although it's annoying we didn't get him again, it's no big loss. I mean, it's a loss still. And then looking at it as a 3-star here, who's a Canadian midfielder in the MLS, who I'm not too fussed by. Besiktas defender from looks of it, who's a 3-star. I wouldn't have minded Felix Uduoke. So yeah, that's probably the worst one I could have pulled, I think, because everyone else is playing. Oh no, apart from Won Sang. So these two were the ones I didn't want. And maybe this guy as well. Everyone else would have been great, but alas, I will still claim him. It feels like a waste to take that 100 essence back. It's not a lot. It's not enough to do anything with, is it? So Hens Berens, who's a 20-year-old defender for is that Hoffenheim. So there you go. Our first craft is a pretty rubbish one. I'm hoping we can pull it back with a better craft with the second one. Come on, boys. What we got? It's a standard again. Oh. Now, bottom left did not help me out now. So, where do we go? Do we go down the middle? Maybe? Or do we go top bins? Go brave and top bins. We've gone bottom left. Should we go top right? Kind of like the opposite of where we've been going. Let's just go for it. Oh, hello. Tottenham. Sarr. He plays, doesn't he? He does play. Oh, no. Oh, I really wanted an in-season Welland Luther as well. Oh, the pain. I mean, don't get me wrong. Papa Sarr is a good pull. He's a 22-year-old midfielder who plays... Does he come off the bench or does he play... No, he seems to be a starter. So I'm actually quite happy with that one. But I would have been very, very happy with Welland Rufer for Feyenoord because I haven't a classic of him. And if I would have got the in-season, I could have got a classic Sem... I can't remember his name. He's a midfielder. Who's a young midfielder who they've signed this season. And he would have been way better. But it was not to be. But you know what? I can't complain too much. That second craft was way better than my first. Let's just have a quick look at the two players that we did get. So the card does take its time to load up into your inventory. So we're just going to have a look at his profile. Right, so he has come off the bench twice last season. He's a young Bundesliga defender who basically doesn't play Hoffenheim. He plays for Hoffenheim. He's also not worth a lot. He's in terms of card monetary value, he's only worth like 60 odd p. So he is, I mean, if he starts to pick up games during the season, he could be one of them young standout stars, maybe. But unfortunately, at the moment, he seems to be a bit of a waste of a craft. So I don't really know how Hoffenheim are doing in the league. Are they 9th? They've won one, lost one. So at the moment, hard to tell with Bundesliga how well they're doing. Okay, interesting. So potentially he might start some games or come on as bench, but I'm not going to use him. So that's that first craft. All right, Pape Matara Sa is a 22-year-old, so he actually can be used in the youth, the under 23s league as well, which is pretty good for us. He can be used in the champion competition as well and Premier League. He's a 70% starter against West Ham. He's got an assist in the first game of the season. He didn't play great against Bournemouth, but he played pretty well for his nation, Senegal, in the last two games, which I think are World Cup qualifiers. And if he plays, if Sorare do what's it called? Do the AFCON? If AFCON is covered this season, which is in January, then he might be a card that can be played in the AFCON competition or All Star when AFCON's happening. So that actually might be a fairly decent card to have if that is covered. I mean, he's worth £9-10. You know what? That is a great craft. The only downside is that the Feyenoord keeper Wellenreuther was there as well, and I really wanted him. So it's got a little bit of disappointment around it, but I think he is going to be a solid player this season and not a bad craft. So we're going to finish it there. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. We're going to come back next week and we will have had a full Premier League and everything and all the other leagues playing over the weekend and over the week, which means, and actually, no, the week is the only week where I probably won't be able to play a midweek. I won't be able to play a team because it's all Champions League, and I don't have enough players who are in the Champions League. I don't have any, apart from, actually, I just realised this guy who is in Champions League. Midweek, they're playing Villarreal, but I don't have a goalkeeper, and it's so maybe I'll be looking at building a Champions League, Europa League, whatever team. I don't know if I will bother though. Yet I think that it's going to be way too much money for not a lot of rewards, so I think I'll just leave it for now and see how we go. Maybe we'll craft some more players and we'll be able to be included in that, but the weekend will be our main payout, hopefully. So yeah, we're going to finish there. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and come back next week, and I will see you when I see you.